Hi, this is Kim Reads Urantia. How are you doing today? Yeah, and today I'm going to read the Urantia book first, Like the Flame by Andrew Harvey. Okay, so today's June 25th. Yes, it is. This is Saint Macarius, who I'd never heard of before, who I guess was a Coptic monk in Egypt and lived from 300 to 391 AD. So a Coptic Christian. This so simple. Lord, as you will and know best, have mercy, please. Have mercy. Lord, as you will and know best, have mercy. See, it doesn't have to be complicated. Does it? It can just, this most simplest words, say them with sincerity. But first, God's will be done. As you know, as you will, God, have mercy on us. See, that's perfect. That's utterly perfect. We don't need prayers that, well, but it's according to our true feelings. Sometimes we feel flowery and passionate and full of all kinds of splendorous verbiage, right? So but if we feel that, then we express that. When we feel just simple and just as it is, then that's perfect as well. See? So, okay. So, pray, my lovelies, my people, whatever is in your heart, speak it to the Lord God, and then be at peace. Know that He's heard you. Okay. Personalities of the Infinite Spirit. This is section 8 of paper 9, Relation of the Infinite Spirit to the Universe. This is the last section of paper 9. It's kind of long, but I think it'll go kind of quick because it enumerates all of the progeny of the Infinite Spirit. Okay, so there's a lot of that. So remember, God made the eternal Son first. From that combination came the Infinite Spirit, as well as the Creator Sons, the manifesting Sons. So the ones that personalize divinity and incarnate and or come to earth. And there's not just the Creator Son, not just the Michael sons. There's other orders of those sons. The Melchizedek sons, the Lenonendek sons, and the Veronendek sons. But their mission is kind of concise. They come to earth to represent the Father. They come throughout the universes to create and represent the Father personally. Okay. The personalities of the Infinite Spirit are so much more diverse, and some of them they're descending. Some of them are perfect. Some of them are not perfect. They come and they manage the physical aspects of reality. They actually manage it and tweak it. And there's numerous orders of angels that come and guard us and bring protect us. And they also do other things, like they bring inspiration to us they inspire us for art and music, and just uplift our consciousness by working through our environment to trigger our attention to make us think of something that we hadn't thought before. So, but those work outside of us. Okay, so there's many of them. Okay, so let's start on that. Okay, 8 personalities of the infinite spirit. The infinite spirit possesses full power to transmit many of his powers, his coordinate and subordinate personalities and agencies. The first deity creating act of the infinite spirit, functioning apart from the Trinity, but in some revealed association with the Father and the Son, personalized in the existence of the 7 master spirits of paradise, the distributors of the infinite spirit to the universes. Okay, so that's the 7 master spirits. So these are top dogs. These are like, so each super universe has a master spirit, kind of like an architect. Okay, so this is like the chief of Urantia. Okay, so we think of that. Now, there's not a name associated with this person. I'm sure they have names, but it doesn't show us that. But they actually manage the whole super universe, which is a conglomeration of all the universes. So yeah, there is no direct representative of the third source and center on the headquarters of a super universe. Each of these 7 creations is dependent on one of the master spirits of paradise, who acts through the 7 reflective spirits situated at the capital of the super universe. Okay, so these master spirits are not situated. He doesn't live in Urantia, in Uversa. So this master control is from heaven itself. So each one of them is in paradise. Okay, these 7 creations is dependent on one of the master spirits of paradise. Okay, so they're kind of reflections of them from paradise. So they're situated, so the reflective spirits are at the capital. So here the will of the spirit is reflected from paradise to Uversa, and then through the reflection, the property of reflection, the will is transmitted down through to the various orders and creations. Okay, all right. The next and continuing creative act of the infinite spirit is disclosed from time to time in the production of the creative spirits. Every time the universal Father and the eternal Son become parent to a creator Son, the infinite spirit becomes ancestor to a local universe creative spirit who becomes the close associate of that creator Son in all subsequent universe experience. Okay, so this is our mother spirit. So okay, so they create, the Father and the Son create a creator Son. The spirit comes and creates the universe, or the infinite spirit comes and creates a universe creative spirit who is like our mother. That's our universe mother spirit. And that's the close association. They're kind of like married. It's so sweet. So she's kind of like married to Christ Michael, which I think is wonderful. We have a mother and a father. The infinite spirit becomes ancestor to a local universe creative spirit. Just as it is necessary to distinguish between the eternal Son and the creator sons, so it is necessary to differentiate between the infinite spirit and the creative spirits, the local universe coordinates of the creator sons. What the infinite spirit is to the total creation, a creative spirit is to a local universe. Okay, so the infinite spirit is not the same as our local universe mother spirit, okay? The subordinate relationship. And yeah, so it's our local mother spirit. But there's lots of those little mother natures throughout all of the super universes, throughout the grand universe, and they're all engendered by the infinite spirit. Okay, they all have their source and power in the infinite spirit. Okay, the third source and center is represented in the grand universe by a vast array of ministering spirits, messengers, teachers, adjudicators, helpers, and advisors, together with supervisors of certain circuits of physical, morontial, and spiritual nature. Not all of these beings are personalities in the strict meaning of the term. So some of them are not personalized. Some of them are not what we would say self-aware. Okay? Personality of the finite creature variety is characterized by 1, subjective self-consciousness. Right. So this is personality. Objective response to the Father's personality circuit. So we become self-aware. Personality here is used differently. Remember, when the way we think of personality, we have to think of it in a certain way when we're dealing with the Urantia book, okay? So we think about it as being aware of ourselves, and then they can tell on their little monitors or whatever they got up there if this personality, if this entity is responding to the Father's personality circuit. So if they're hooked in, but usually those things go together. Okay. There are creator personalities and creature personalities. And in addition to these two fundamental types, there are personalities of the third source and center. Beings who are personal to the infinite spirit, but who are not unqualifiedly personal to creature beings. These third source personalities are not a part of the personalities let me do that again. These third source personalities are not a part of the Father's personality circuit. First source personality and third source personality are mutually contactable. They talk to each other. All personality is contactable, but spirit personality here is different than Father personality circuit. Okay, now I'm not sure how to differentiate that or what that looks like here in our walking around life here. I do know that some human personalities are spirit fused rather than Father fused, which is a different kind of thing. I've got a lot of conjecture to share about that, but I'm not going to do it right now. Okay, because we got to stay on point. Okay, but anyway, the third source is capable of engendering, creating personalities that are separate from the Father's personality circuit. So I think these are our beings. They're brothers and sisters, but they have different sort of destiny. But let's stick to here and talk about what they're talking about here is celestial or spirit personalities. Okay, that they're talking about. At another part, we'll talk about the human personalities that are spirit sourced and father sourced. Okay, I believe I'm a father sourced person. And it does say that there's spirit based personalities are a little bit less mature, less I don't know, don't ascend as much. But we'll talk about that later. Okay, let's look at this here. Okay. The Father bestows personality by his personal free will. Why he does so, we can only conjecture. How he does so, we do not know. I love it when these angels say they don't know stuff. It makes me feel so like, yeah, like I'm with you, dude. You don't know. I don't know. We're together. We're figuring this out together. So I'm like on a team with my angels and we're figuring it stuff out together. You know, and some people might think that that's like, that makes you feel like, because you want to be told what's real. You want to be said, this is how it is, because you want that. But, you know, I think that that's a growth thing. That's a child. A child wants to feel safe by their spiritual parents knowing everything. We want those guys to know everything. But here we find out, oh, dang, they don't know everything. They're not that much better than me. But then we become more like brothers and sisters with them instead of little children. And these are angels. Not all of them are perfected. Okay, so we do not know, neither do we know why the third source bestows non-father personality. But this, the infinite spirit does in its own behalf, totally independently, in creative conjunction with the eternal Son, and in numerous ways unknown to you. The infinite spirit can also act for the Father in the bestowal of the first source personality. It can also act for the Father. Okay, so it can, infinite spirit can act for the Father. So, okay, so it can act in like the transmission of the Father thought adjuster fusion, or recommend that, you know, this person needs to be fused or something, father fused. It's a father source personality. Okay, so we can transmit that, or graduate somebody from spirit fusion to father fusion. Okay, father fusion though is a higher type of ascension. Okay, so yeah, and I don't think spirit fusion precludes father ascension, but I think it ensures survival, probably at the expense of delaying the ascension process. So you can be spirit fused. My air conditioner just bugs me. Okay, but don't worry about that. Okay, that's a confusing thing. I guess basically, yeah. Okay. When because our minds, our personalities become fused with the thought adjusters, that's a better thing if you can attain that than spirit fusion. If the father fusion is difficult, you can always do the spirit fusion. Okay. All right. There are numerous types of third source personalities. The infinite spirit bestows third source personality upon numerous groups who are not included in the Father's personality circuit, such as certain of the power directors. Okay, so these are beings that that control, manipulate our physical constants. Like Planck's constant is like this, right? Well, we're going to tweak a little bit for this here one purpose or something like that. Okay, then we're going to tweak it a little. For a while, it needs to be a little bit higher because such and such is going on. These things are so fine-tuned, and they're managed. Or the speed of light, well, we need to, like, over here, we're going to make it a little bit faster right now because of this. Then we're going to balance that out with this other thing. So they're working on that, how much a force is something. I'm not a physicist, okay? I'm a biologist, but there's so much in those little things, those little constants here, that if it varies a little bit, just a hair, it could change all of creation. It could change so much. It might, yeah, the gravity of Earth has to be a certain amount, I don't know, for life to be able to do stuff what it does. So there's these beings that are working on that manage that, make sure that that's okay, within range, of what needs to be done. Okay. Okay, the third source personality. The infinite. There are numerous types of third source personalities. The infinite spirit bestows third source personality upon numerous groups who are not included in the Father's personality circuit, such as certain power directors. Okay, we talked about the power directors. Such as certain of the power directors. Likewise, does the infinite spirit treat as personalities numerous groups of beings, such as the creative spirits, right? We talked about those, the mother spirits, who are in a class by themselves in their relations to encircuited creatures of the Father. Both first source and third source personalities are endowed with will, with all and more than man associates with the concept of personality. They have minds embracing memory, reason, judgment, creative imagination, idea association, decision, choice, and numerous additional powers of intellect, wholly unknown to mortals. With few exceptions, the orders revealed to you possess form and distinct individuality. They are real beings. A majority of them are visible to all orders of spirit existence. Okay, Okay, I want to go back to the previous paragraph quick here and talk about the creative spirit here. Creative spirits in a class by themselves in their relations to encircuited creatures of the Father. Okay, I guess it doesn't say that creative spirits are encircuited creatures of the Father. Okay, I was thinking it said that. Okay. Well, it's not a big deal at that level if you're... Okay. But that's a personality, so that's creative spirit personality. They're in a class by themselves. So creative spirits, mother spirits may or may not be encircuited by the Father's personality circuit. Okay? All right. Okay, even you will be able to see your spiritual associates of the lower orders as soon as you are delivered from the limited vision of your present material eyes and have been endowed with a Urantia form, with its enlarged sensitivity to the reality of spiritual things. Okay, we are very limited here in our physical bodies. Okay, that's no surprise, right? Okay, here we're going to keep going. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. Okay. The functional family of the third source and center, as it is revealed in these narratives, falls into three great groups. One, supreme spirits, a group of composite origin that embraces, among others, the following orders. One, the seven master spirits of paradise. Okay, those are the big dogs. Okay, two, the reflective spirits of the super universes. Okay, so these are not just mirrors, they actually have personalities. These are reflective spirits. So I don't know, can you imagine here? Like here, they have personalities, but their job is just to say exactly what that was said to me. I'm going to say that over here, and then we're going to, pass that along to over here and over here and over here. But they actually have personalities too. Three, the creative spirits of the local universes, the mother spirits. Okay, group two. Okay, so this is the following order. So those three are under the supreme spirits. Okay, so that's okay. And then there's the power directors, those manipulators of the physical things. The power directors, a group of control creatures and agencies that function throughout all organized space. Three, the personalities of the infinite spirit. So this is catch-all category from the lowest. So the spirit-fused mortals that we talked about, and angels and all kinds of things. Okay. This designation does not necessarily imply that these beings are third source personalities, though some of them are unique as will creatures. They are usually grouped in three major classifications. One, higher personalities of the infinite spirit. So this would be your seraphim, your angels, and stuff like that. Well, maybe not, because that seems like that should be, oh my goodness, I don't know. Higher personalities of the infinite spirit. Two, the messenger hosts of space. So it seems like angels are messengers. That should be the angels. And three, the ministering spirits of time. That's the chronolodex. And these types of things, which they literally control the fabric of time, space, and do stuff with that. It's wild. It's metaphysical. It's okay. So yeah. So they're not including mortals, mortal fused people in that, which is okay. All right. Okay. These groups serve on paradise, in the central or residential universe, in the super universes, and they embrace orders that function in the local universes, even to the constellation systems and planets. The spirit personalities of the vast family of the divine and infinite spirit are forever dedicated to the service of the ministry of the love of God and the mercy of the Son to all the intelligent creatures of the evolutionary worlds of time and space. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here with us. These spirit beings constitute the living ladder whereby mortal man climbs from chaos to glory. I'm climbing it. I'm climbing it. I'm climbing out of chaos into glory. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's so cool. Okay, revealed on Urantia by a divine counselor of Uversa, commissioned by the Ancients of Days to portray the nature and work of the Infinite Spirit. Oh, wow. Okay, so the Infinite Spirit does so much managing the nitty gritty details of this whole setup. Okay, so where like the yeah, yeah, I think of the so much of what the Infinite Spirit does, like the legwork. All right, so the Eternal Son is about love and inspiration and desire and wanting to be better and this. That's what the Eternal Son is about. And the Father is about this impulse to create, well, and just the dignity of being who you are. You are. I am me, and that's good, right? It's good to be me. I don't have to try to be anything else. So all of those are holy, impulses, holy things. Right. Okay, this is great. All right. I love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.